Greetings, you earthlings. Nothing in government happens accidental. If anything happens in government, it was made to happen. This is something that was quoted by Theodore Roosevelt. Why do I say this? Okay, so today is Tuesday. And for those who don't know, Tuesday in ancient times was actually, in fact, the third day of the week. So things are in reverse. We're dealing with three. Nevertheless, if you trace Tuesday in language, you will see that it is relative to the letters M-A-R. If you don't believe it, trace the word Tuesday in Latin. You will see that it is dies mardi. Trace Tuesday in the Italian, you will see that it is pronounced martedì. In the French, it is pronounced mardi. Now, what do we know about the French? The French significantly have a historical connection with the Indians in Louisiana. And we know that in Louisiana, the esteemed celebration is called Mardi Gras. Now, back to the Mars. The M-A-R is obviously Mars. So Tuesday is literally the day that you give respect to the planet Mars. So there's no coincidence that Mardi Gras happens on Tuesday. Mars is an association with what? Anger, passion, aggression, war. Mars in Rome was the god of war. So remember, nothing in government happens by accident. What happened? Pay attention to the recent political events. The United States government orchestrated a war strike on Syria. So they were perfectly aligned with planetary forces. Now, back to Mars, and Mars being relative to 3. Remember, Tuesday in ancient times was the third day of the week. So we're dealing with 3. Now, Mars is said to be what? The red planet. And red deals with rage. That's why you can see the word Ra in rage, and Ra is fire. So people under the sign of Mars are fiery people. Emotion, anger, passion. Now, red. What's the significance in the saying of the color red? You have the red-headed stepchild. You have red fire trucks. You have red devils. Red in ancient Egypt on the papyrus or on the walls, you can see that the god Set was depicted in red. And Set was to Osiris what Satan was to Jesus, as they always, mythologically portray the devil to be red. But it is also what you would call, it shows itself in corporate astronomical relativity. Meaning what? Tuesday is for Mars. Mars is red. Rubies are red. This is why you have Ruby Tuesday. And the red-headed stepchild is what? Unwanted. It's neglected. It's undesirable. The redheads in ancient Egypt were shunned upon, contrary to popular opinion. Look it up. Mars being Tuesday the third day of the week, there is a significant passage in the Bible that deals with the number 322. 322 is March 22nd, which is also the beginning of spring, the equinox. Spring is relative to what? Resurrection, bringing back the rebirth of life, trees, plants, leaves, etc. So when you're reading the passages in the Bible and it's talking about the resurrection, it's talking about the movement of the sun and the astral plane. 322 is what? March 22nd. 322 is also a significant number in the brotherhood, a private brotherhood called Skull and Bones. Alright, so I'm going to end this video with this. The 3, the 2, and the 2. Read the biblical text. The numbers 322 in a scripture, I believe it is Matthew 322, deals with a significant message. 322 also in Hollywood in the movie Enemy of the State, where Will Smith set the plan. He orchestrated a plan with Gene Hackman. He set his watch to the time 322. So if you read Matthew 322, it states specifically that God said man had became as one of us. Now I'm going to repeat that. The scripture states that God said man had became one of us. It didn't say man became like him, but man had became one of us. And us is many. Us is plural. Us is not singular. So it's talking about many gods. Nevertheless, when it states this about man, it does not disassociate or exclude woman. Why? Because man, the letters M-A in man, is actually a feminine principle. I have done this in language and showed this many times. I'll have to do a video about this. So this actually includes the woman. But nevertheless, share this, like, comment, subscribe, challenge it, speak. Go reference what I said in case I misinterpreted.
Remember, language
is science, and language and science together is linguistics. Tuesday, translation of Latin, Martis Dies, day of Mars. So Tuesday is the day you give respect to Mars. And Mars symbolically in astrology deals with life and death. The symbol for Mars, the astrological symbol for Mars, is a circle up and to the right. Because right is strength, Mars is strength, aggression, and war, power. This is why the right hand is the strongest. It is also, when you trace it in Greek, which I'll show you, it is pronounced Aries. So it looks similar to this in Greek letters. Aries. And if you look at the Aries, the English to the Greek for Mars, you can literally see what? You can see Aries, which is what? Aries is the ram. Like Dodge Ram, right? And so it's showing you here almost an angle going 180 degrees. Do you see it? And that's Mars. Which, if you look at Mars, you can see what? Ram, which is the sign for Aries, the ram. And if you take that letter M and you follow it that 180 degrees, you get war. So let's go to the Greek, right? Greek. Language is science. So Mars is pronounced Aries, and it tells you Aries from Latin. Mars, son of Jupiter. It deals with strife, plague, and famine. It is also used to denote war, slaughter, and murder. So this is Greek, almost 800 BC time frame, ancient. Same astronomical meanings.